I'm sure many older Lithuanians will know about the ambitious plan to have a Guggenheim Museum in Vilnius, but I only recently stumbled upon this old 2008 news as I was doing research for my video about the new Vilnius train station. This would-be museum would have been situated along the Neris River, sandwiched between the riverbank and the Cup or Zup shopping center. That area today looks like this. A summertime food hall, skate park, and play areas sit below the east side of the bridge, and then on the other side, where the museum was planned to be, is a wide open grassy field. So for this video, let's look at the plan, what it would have cost, and why it eventually died. So the bulk of this news about this project seemed to emerge from 2008 from media sources all around the world. They all reported that UK-based Zaha Hadid Architects was awarded the winning design for a new Guggenheim-Hermitage Museum, which would have been the new cultural center in Vilnius. The new Center for International Art was to house pieces from collections of both the New York-based Solomon R. Guggenheim Foundation and the St. Petersburg-based State Hermitage Museum. After the design was chosen, it was reported that a feasibility study would be carried out later in the year with the museum to open as early as 2011. Well, of course, I'm making this video in 2024, and yeah, the only thing that exists in that space is that big grassy field. News about the death of the project was pretty difficult to find. Perhaps it received more coverage in Lithuanian articles, and maybe I'm just not searching the right Lithuanian keywords to find that news. Nonetheless, I found one gem of an article that discussed all of it, a 2017 open letter/article published by Delphi from the former mayor of Vilnius himself, Artūras Zuokas. In the piece, he says, "We were successful in signing agreements with the Guggenheim in New York and the Hermitage in St. Petersburg. The capital of Lithuania was to build the Hermitage Guggenheim Vilnius Museum. World-famous architects Daniel Libeskind from the US, Zaha Hadid from London, and Massimiliano Fuksas from Italy participated in the architectural competition. An international panel of experts chose Zaha Hadid's project as the winner." Zuokas goes on to say that, at about the same time, Abu Dhabi confirmed its urban development plan for several buildings, including Guggenheim Abu Dhabi. So he says, Abu Dhabi wanted the Hermitage to partner with one of its museums. However, Vilnius came out the winner in that particular competition. In 2007, we agreed with the Hermitage that they would be the lead partner together with the Guggenheim in the Vilnius project. East and West would meet in the capital of Lithuania. The recognition of Vilnius as an important player in the prestigious world of art and architecture was a heady moment. So you see, both cities, Vilnius and Abu Dhabi, were in competition for the Guggenheim and the Hermitage. That might be the reason that Abu Dhabi chose to build the Louvre first and not the Guggenheim. After long and hard discussions, Abu Dhabi proudly announced that an agreement had been reached with the French authorities, and the Louvre Museum had granted them the right to use the Louvre name. The agreement, which included an obligation to lend works of art and organize exhibitions, cost Abu Dhabi 430 million euros for a 30-year period of time. The cost of the entire project is $1.2 billion. Zuokas says that if the museum and deal had gone ahead, then rights to both the Guggenheim and Hermitage names would have cost Vilnius $1 million a year. A 10-year time period had been preliminarily agreed upon. The construction of the museum, along with fixing up the area around it, would have cost approximately 120 million euros. The size of the museum was 12,000 square meters. And then Zuokas goes on saying, "I mulled over yet again why Vilnius had lost to Abu Dhabi, and it did not have anything to do with a bounty of oil resources or a lack of them. There were a number of reasons, but the primary one was political. Political moves in Lithuania often seek to destroy rather than to build. In 2007, I lost my bid for re-election as mayor of Vilnius, and the capital city's leadership was taken over by people who did not care about the plans we had made and did not understand their usefulness for the country as a whole. After a few years of silence from Vilnius, the Guggenheim withdrew from their project because it had received an invitation from Helsinki to partner on a museum in the capital of Finland. In 2012, after a successful return to office, I tried to revive the Vilnius project. The Hermitage agreed to continue the project even without the Guggenheim's participation, and we signed a formal agreement in the Winter Gardens of the Hermitage. However, we ran into a quagmire of bureaucracy back in Lithuania and resistance from several authorities. We weren't successful in keeping the project alive until the next round of European Union funding, and we're in the midst of a lawsuit against the national government for its unfairly small allocation of funds to the city of Vilnius." So yeah, that's what happened to this would-be museum megaproject. As epilogues to this saga, the city of Helsinki reserved a waterfront site for an open international architectural competition to design the proposed Guggenheim-Helsinki Museum in 2014. In June 2015, a Parisian firm, Moreau Kusunoki Architects, was announced as the competition winner, but then on November 30th, 2016, Helsinki City Council voted against advancing the project. As for Guggenheim Abu Dhabi, while looking like a really cool project, its opening has been delayed for many years. The most recent reporting I could find says that it will open in 2026, about 20 years after it was announced. And so my thoughts on all this? Well, maybe Vilnius dodged a bullet, because this whole thing could have been another national stadium debacle. A construction site sitting half complete for years and years while burning up millions and millions in taxpayer money. Now, if money weren't an issue, of course, this would be a pretty neat project to further place Vilnius on the map globally. But at the same time, I also don't mind this grassy field. It has seen good use from residents most times of the year, including a light festival installation during the winter and people just chilling out on the grass in the summer. But what do you think about this old idea for a museum and cultural center where this field now stands? What do you think of the former mayor's account of how the project was killed? I'd love to know your opinions in the comment section down below. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoy this channel and want to support me in making more videos, please consider becoming a Patreon patron. There's a link down in the description for you to check out. Thanks so much for watching.